All right, we're live. Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon. Good whatever, wherever you are.
Good morning.
This is KAOS live stream meetings we're doing to build KAOS, which is a worldwide database of public opinion without censorship.
Yeah.
And these meetings are first just to build the team we need to build the system.
Yeah.
Okay, so jumping ahead now. Brian, why don't you tell us what you were saying offline right before this started?
Well, I've been looking for challengers to challenge me, trying to, I've done my best to educate many different types of AIs to understand the KAOS system that we want to put together here. And, that's very sycophantic, and it tells me it's the greatest idea in the world, and that this is one of the first things that humanity should be working on right now. So that sounds great, but I've been wanting people to challenge that and see if they can get to change its mind, which I suspect, and I've now seen that it can be done to some degree. So anyway, I had a very good challenger this week. I've had a couple of people try, but they didn't really have anything they were challenging me with. They were basically just trying to say that this form of democracy maybe not the best way to go.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, I hear you. You hear us?
I got to reboot my modem. I'm dropping signal left and right. You guys are freezing up and everything.
Okay.
So I'm going to have to reboot my modem. There's something wrong with my modem. I'm not getting a good signal.
Okay. You want to wait till you get back?
Unfortunately, the drawback of Wi-Fi. So I'll be right back.
Okay.
Brian, if you can still hear me, you're not on your microphone.
Oh, okay. Let me change that.
I'm going to be right back. So
Okay.
Hold tight. Probably be about five to 6 minutes.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. That's better, by the way, Brian.
Thank you. It did. Yeah, I got to change that every time.
I didn't want to interrupt you. You're.
Yeah.
It sounded fine to me. Both ways are okay.
All right, guys, I'll be back. I'm restarting the Wi-Fi right now.
Okay, go for it. Did he freeze?
Yeah,
I can't tell. Yeah, you can never tell if he shut off or if he froze or what. Yeah.
Well, while we're on hold, I recommend you wait on your story until Edward is back.
Yeah, I want Ed to hear it too.
Yeah. Let me just tell you what me and Edward were talking about before you got on.
Yeah.
You didn't even hear it because he had to disconnect again.
Okay.
We started to talk about what I had said over email. He said that I'm leaving soon. First of all, It's not soon, and I don't even know if it's going to happen because, the project I'm starting, I think maybe it would be too much for me to do more things, but maybe not. So maybe I continue in this role forever.
Okay.
Or I have to downsize, but I still want to be involved and help you guys.
Yeah.
It won't be that I'm managing these meetings, and it won't be that I have like a specific role. It'll be more like you guys ask me for help by email, and I maybe show up to some of these meetings for a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit similar to the way my uncle is dealing with things.
Yeah. And, if you need to do that, I mean, you have to do these things, whatever you need to do. But I do want to mention to you, I would definitely miss you in these meetings. You do a lot as far as organizing and just making the meetings roll smoothly. And I really like bouncing things off of you. And I would really miss that opportunity. So
it could still happen, though, because when you have a thought that you think I would be useful for, you can shoot me an email. Yeah. And even in that email, I might say, this is too hard to deal with over email. Let me show up on a meeting for half an hour. So we can still get it done. It just won't be as easy as it was.
As regimented as it was.
Yeah. And, you got to look at the other side of things, too.
Yeah.
Maybe we don't have people showing up to these meetings because they don't like me. And, I mean, specifically, like maybe they see me as too aggressive or something.
No, I don't see that.
You don't think so? Okay.
No, I don't think I don't think that's an issue. I know that I personally drove at least one person away. That would be Ernst. Just for bringing up the idea that we might need some kind of leadership in the build-up phase of the.
Well, I would add a second thing to that was
Yeah.
he perceived you acting like a dictator. I don't think you were,
Yeah.
but whatever you did there
Yeah.
was contributing to it. And
Yes.
then following it up with the leader thing back to back weeks.
Yeah. Yeah.
That, yeah.
Yeah. Yes, but you know, and what can I do? I don't know.
And we don't really know that he's gone. Maybe he did what he wanted to do.
Yeah.
Maybe his goal was to, well, for one, see what we're about, and also to share with us his vision.
Yeah.
And then maybe those two goals were completed.
Yeah.
And so he was done. And of course, he could have maybe added a third goal, which might have been, keep going with us, but maybe that was never his goal. And it was just the first two things, and then he achieved them already.
Yeah.
It's possible. And there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
That's what we want from everybody coming here. We want them to hear what we have to say.
Yeah.
And we want to hear what they have to say, which is like competing ideas.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So I think all of that was a win.
Yeah.
No loss in any of that.
Yeah.
Plus we learned from it too, like the whole part about we got to make sure we don't even appear that we're acting like dictators.
Yes. Yeah.
And in a very specific way too. Like I remember what happened. Like I remember exactly how it went.
Yeah.
And I think it was all good. Nothing bad.
I was very curious, or kind of wondering, after you brought up what's it called now? Robert's Rules, was it?
Yeah.
That might have appeased him, or maybe bothered him. Maybe that's too much leadership, even with that, or with that structure. That might have been what he would have been happy with that structure. I would like to know.
My guess is he and everyone else would have loved it because, for one thing, I think everyone already knows. Anyone who's been in any serious meetings.
Yeah.
They already have a feel for Robert's Rules of Order.
Yeah.
And I think they recognize it as democratic, even though there is a leader in it.
Yes. Now, he seemed to be touchy about even a mention of a leader. So I'm still a little iffy whether or not he would be for sure on it. I would have loved to find out, though. I'm almost tempted to ask.
Well, then what I would like to hear from someone who has that view is tell me a version of Robert's Rules of Order that does not have a leader.
Well, there is no version. That's my point.
Well, then they can make one.
Yeah. And it
sounds like he was saying he did make one.
Yes.
Which was in his book.
Yes. But it must have been pretty convoluted if he couldn't tell us it within a few minutes. You know what I mean? I don't think we would have caught on to it. We would have to. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we gave him an opportunity, and he said, "Read my book." And I'm looking at that, and I'm going,
"Yeah, I don't think that's fair." By the way, that reminds me of something.
Yeah.
I think what has happened more than once on our show is, somebody contacted us by email, said, "Hey, I have a bunch of material you will like."
Yeah.
And then the next week, they're not there. And maybe they're expecting that we're all of a sudden going to start learning their material without them.
Yeah.
I don't want to be involved in that.
No.
You need to come here and argue your shit.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Convince me that it is worthy of reading.
Yeah.
I don't want to read a long ass document and I have no idea what's going on, and I can't just ask somebody, what's this paragraph for? Why is it there?
Yeah.
And by the way, if their writing was good enough, that could be achieved. But I didn't see any of that. I saw lots of big documents from multiple people.
Yeah.
I see value in it, but I want someone to explain it to me. It's not written well enough for me to ingest those ideas and arrive at his conclusions without him being there to argue some of it.
That's right. Yeah. All right. So let me get back to my story. Welcome back, Edward. Nice to see you again.
Thank you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I had to do that.
No, that's fine. Everything's working good now, I hope.
Seems to be.
Okay. So this fellow, he had a system called, what was it called now? Cientier or something along this line. And so he has his own idea. And I came across him on a subreddit called Systems Thinking. And he thinks about things very deeply. There's no doubt about it. So he's got very much like me, he's got an AI to think his idea is the greatest and needs to happen. So anyway, I challenged him, and we started a whole thing with Grok. And just a little side note, ChatGPT does not allow me to share conversations in the server anymore. Remember where before we did with ChatGPT, Rami, and in the server, in the server, you could share that chat with somebody else, and they could continue it. I couldn't find that. I still had that option with my app for ChatGPT, but once again, it only works once. And then if I get the conversation back again, I can't do it a second time.
I had trouble, and I think what they did is move around where the links are.
Maybe,
I found out two of the links I had been using, two of the areas where you can get a link, a share link.
Yeah.
It would only show that one comment.
Yeah.
And then I found a third place, which I had seen before, at the top, at least in the browser.
Yeah.
I don't know about the app. At the top right, there's a share button. That link gives you a link to the entire discussion, and it lets the other person reply. And I tested this even a few days ago.
Well, I couldn't find it, and I swear I looked at the top right.
Let me put it on the screen. Let's test it right now.
All right.
Okay. So here is a chat in my ChatGPT. And if I go to the top, it's long. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. I have to make this window bigger. There it is. It shows up a button now. You see that?
Yeah, I swear I didn't have that.
And it's that simple.
Yeah.
There's two other spots. See, this is showing the first comment in the chat.
Yeah.
But there's two other spots. If I pick any of these comments here, like this one, and I do share.
That was not there on mine. Guaranteed. That was not there.
So when I do this, it shows only one comment. It won't let you show all of it. And you can't reply to it. And then there's a third spot. If you go to the left here, all these chats, and you click on the menu, there's a share. And I used to think this does the full share. And it should, I think. Yeah, that's the full share. That's the full share.
And somebody could continue that conversation after that?
Yeah, and let's go ahead and test it. I'm going to copy this link. I'm going to put it in the private chat right now. Click on it, and, well, you're using your phone, though. I'm not so sure what you should do.
I won't be able to do it now.
How about this? I'll just email you with that link.
Okay.
And you see if it'll work.
All right. Well, we'll try it after the meeting,
Yeah.
So anyway, we did it with Grok instead. And Grok seemed to be able to share the link very, very well. It seemed to stay in the server. It didn't even really give me the option, I think, to go to the app. He started the conversation, so I don't know how he started it. But in any case, we were able to go back and forth, always staying in the server. And it started off with he introduced the Grok to both of our systems, although it did not read the website. I don't know where it was getting its info. I think it was just getting it off Reddit at the time. So anyway, it claimed his system was better. Now, I'd love to be able to explain his system, except for it's a bit beyond me. Now, he's obviously a far more educated person than I am. And
so can I interrupt real quick? Or you want to finish?
No,
I want to interrupt something.
Okay.
So I've had a similar discussion about KAOS. This might be the one you're talking about. This was like a month ago, 2 months ago, where somebody's presenting their system compared to our KAOS and asking the AI which one is better. It's a dumb question. Let me explain why.
Okay.
It's only a meaningful question if they are competing with each other like they are rivals. Like only one of them should exist. If they both should exist and they have similar goals but they are distinct, then asking which is better is dumb because they're both should exist.
Okay,
So
let me clarify.
okay, so go ahead.
It's more like I'm not asking which is better. I'm asking which is priority. Which one should,
Okay.
if we only have a limited resources,
Yeah.
which one
Yeah.
should we be
So-
spending the time on?
Yeah. So like if one of them existed first, would it help the second one work, or is it vice versa? Then you would know which one is higher priority.
Yes. And
Okay.
and I did and was successful to some degree, trying to mix the two. So I had suggested at one point. So anyway, we went back and forth a couple times, and then I was having a hard time getting it to convince it that chaos should be a priority. And finally, I suggested, well, if chaos existed, and then this guy's system used the chaos system, right? Could that work? And would that be even a better result? And it loved that idea. It thought for sure that was the best way to
You
go.
asked it the other way around too.
Yeah. Now the other way around doesn't work because we're just a database of public opinion. So it doesn't really help his system if he's already working, and then I create this database of public opinion. It's not like the two are going to merge really. But if there's already a database of public opinion, he could easily work his system in there, utilizing that database, right? And so once again, it said, and I wasn't putting it out. So basically, what I was offering is, we're using third parties to analyze the data, right? So he's just another third party entity. Okay, and his might be the best option as far as a third-party entity, but as Grok agreed, we want more than just his because you need that.
So I got a question for you.
You got a what? Question?
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
And if you want, don't answer and continue with your story. Maybe your story already answers this, but without chaos, what data will his system be looking at?
He's basically a polling system. So he's taking segments of the population and he's trying to get them to participate. And he
has to have his own collection of data system. And the question is, if our system is better at that part of it, then he should be using ours rather than making up his own.
It would definitely boost his system. That's the way the Grok seemed to think about it too. It would make his system work better. It would be a bit
more tandem.
Human?
Huh? What?
Was the human convinced of this?
This fellow? No.
Yeah.
No, he was not. When I got to that point, I sent him the link, and I said, "Well, I really like where it's at right now. I'm hoping you do too, but that's up to you." And so no, he didn't, and he continued after that. And his biggest argument was, and what was kind of killing me with my system was that let me see if I can say this right. He what would be easier to implement? Right now, we're trying to build this worldwide institution, right? And so he was really winning when he started saying that is going to be too expensive and too all-encompassing.
Right away.
So let me finish though, because I think I solved it the same way. So anyway, it took me a while. I don't know why I didn't realize this earlier, but man, I went back and forth, and I was not changing its mind for the longest time. But then it came to the point where I did two things. One was when we were referring to this as owned by the users, and that it was publicly owned institution. In that description, Grok was saying that the costs and the work involved to make that work, because every country has a different way of governing industries or things that are owned by the users, or that's a publicly owned institution. So to get around all the laws all around the world, this would be a huge ordeal, it said. So then I asked it, well, what if we were an NGO? Or what if we were, what's another one? There were several different ones I offered. But
The main one, another one I offered was the same as what this other guy is calling his system, and a federated cooperative, I think is what he called it. And so I can look it up, but I have it written down. But anyway, in my phone. But I think it was federated something. I think it was federated cooperative, and that seems to be easier to do. So I think so. I suggested to Grok, what if we did that? What if we're well? I actually asked it which would be the best way for us to go, and it recommended that one. Whether or not NGO or just a publicly owned institution or what have you, it recommended that I go with the federated cooperative because it works smoother with all the laws of different countries around the world. Although,
which is something we'd have to worry about.
Is conforming to all these laws. And it went into all the problems that Reddit, Facebook, and X have gone through. They paid, even though they opened it up worldwide, they ended up paying fines because they were not following. So anyway, all these different countries fined them, and they ended up paying all these fines that ended up in hundreds of millions eventually. So it's saying we can't incur those costs. So, that's not a good way to do it. So anyway, the point being, though, that this, if we go with the federated cooperative, it is still not cheap, though. And it came up with an estimate just in legal fees of $2 million to get a worldwide institution off the ground. Okay, so that's not the work.
It wasn't going to be cheap.
Yeah. Now,
and when you say legal fees, you mean fines, not
legal fees. No, this is if we do everything right. So they say it would take a year to get the applications through, and it would take about $2 million in upfront cost. So,
and then more if we get fined.
Oh yeah, the fines were much more. Yeah, much more than that. So, but if we shouldn't get fined if we do that, we follow the rules. Okay. So anyway, so just put that out there. We might want to have to change our website to say that we're going to create a federated cooperative. All right. So
if that's the route we go, but yeah, I mean, I don't know which one it should be, but if federated cooperative is the safest way legally, then
that'd be our best bet.
Yeah. So the reason why this guy still kept winning, though, was he was only going to hit up 4 or 5 of the biggest countries and the most obvious markets, and ones that were mostly English, so got a lot of translating and what have you. So anyway, his plan would only cost about $200,000 to get it started, whereas this plan, according to Grok, would cost at least $2 million to get everything started, right? So that's one of the main reasons he kept saying that his system should be done first, right? Then I brought up, and I think this is where you're going to go, Rami. I said, and I don't know why I didn't come up with this sooner, but then I said, okay, a lot of people think that AI and world wars are coming our way, and and the environment. A lot of people are saying we only have 5 to 10 years before everything gets really bad, right? And so if this guy is only doing it in certain countries and not the entire world, we can't get worldwide consensus. And these big problems can only be solved with a worldwide consensus, right? And there is no other institution out there offering a way to build a worldwide consensus other than KAOS.
All right, let me tell you my idea then. Which is
so anyway, that's what changed its mind, though. Just to that got it all on my side.
The AI.
The AI went, there's no way
he can solve.
He has not returned yet. I put it back in his court. I said, here you go.
Here's an idea. Step 1, he makes his system, but with a built-in readiness to switch data source.
Yeah.
Step 2, we make our system, and then once KAOS is live, and it has enough data, his system then hooks into ours, or maybe his system hooks into ours in addition to the ones he's already hooked into.
Yeah.
That's what I would recommend.
So that means we need both of them. They both should start now in the sense that we work on them.
Yeah.
But his will finish way earlier.
Yeah.
And then ours will finish later.
Yeah. Although
This means we should be working together.
yeah. Although Grok also did recognize that we will have a far bigger a chance of going viral. There's no virality to his. There's a lot of opportunity for things to go viral, like in our system.
So
Well, yeah,
I
because
recommend
people have their opinions.
So I recommend you tell him my idea.
Yeah.
Is step one, he makes his system with the built-in idea that it can switch data source later.
Yeah, that's really a good idea. Yeah.
Tell him that.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's better than whatever the AI said.
Yeah, I don't think it's a good idea for me to discourage him, and I wish I had a better understanding of how the system works, because obviously Grok had put a lot of emphasis on his system and thought a lot about it. Now I don't know how good it is actually at analyzing these things, and like I said, I was not able to fully grasp what he's offering. I'll send you guys a link though.
Yeah, please do. Are you sure this is not something we already saw?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Because I vaguely remember everything you just said 2 months ago. But, there could be other people with systems like that. And it's the same story with the same logic.
Yeah.
Their thing is more front end. We're more worried about back end.
Yeah.
We don't have a huge conception of what the front end is like.
Yeah.
Partly because we're like, no, third parties are going to do that.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. And we need lots of different variety. So it's, it'd be impossible for us to come up with all these different varieties. We might have some idea how one or two might work, but, the sky's the limit on how people are going to build these systems. So anyway, yeah, his would be worth looking at a little deeper, I think. And now you're saying about that, I had a lot of deja vu with him as well. I really was wondering if I hadn't dealt with him earlier. But we obviously never got to this point of a challenge with the internet, with AI. So this was a good step.
Please put it in the KAOS subreddit.
The link for the conversation.
Not just a link, but a whole post getting other people to read it.
Okay.
Not just me and Edward.
Yeah. Okay, that's a good idea. I'll make a post on the subreddit, and anyway, I'll warn you though, you don't want to read all the entire conversation with Grok. I bet you there's an entire book there.
I don't recommend you to put all that in the post, but
a link
to the X post would work.
Yeah. Yes.
With highlights of something you want.
Yeah, we did all this strictly through Grok and not through X at all.
I see.
Mm-hmm. So it was just back and forth with Grok. But anyway, I'll put a link there. People can go through it if they want. But generally, I'll try to sum it up, and I'll put a link there to his system as well. I'll make sure it's okay with him before I do that. And
I'm sure he would like that.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, what I'm saying only makes sense if the other person is willing to not be private. But I think anyone working on what we're working on, doesn't want it private.
Yeah, that's right.
If anything, he might see it as you're promoting him, which is good.
Yeah.
And I think that kind of post is very deserved, because I want to remind you guys of something. More than once, I think it was twice, somebody expressed concern of us stealing their ideas.
Yeah.
So we need to show that that's not what we do.
Yeah. By
doing like a post like this.
Yeah.
Which is promoting their damn idea, not us stealing it.
That's right.
When we let's say we took one of their ideas, put it in KAOS, and then didn't give them credit. That's a type of theft. If you put it on, it's plagiarism.
Yeah.
If you put it on our Reddit with their name and everything and their system and sending our people to them, that's the opposite of stealing their ideas.
Yeah. Basically giving them credit where credit's due.
Yeah, and then when other people see that, they'll feel more comfortable coming to talk with us.
Yeah, because we're being more transparent. It's like we're not trying to take things, we're trying to advance them.
That's right. Yes.
And I think we need to say more often, and I think in the project brief that we're working on, we need to say again, if we find another group doing what we're doing better than us, we will stop this and join them.
Yes.
That needs to be in the project brief.
Okay.
Uh,
Speaking of which, so the project brief, that's the other thing that I was supposed to be working on, right?
well, not the whole thing, but it was what I had sent you was a list of ideas.
Yeah.
That was your ideas in your essay that isn't already in the shitty project brief that I made. Yeah. So and the idea was for you to review that list and refine it. Not necessarily changing the ideas, but maybe adding more if you missed any. Like the one we just said.
Yeah.
About we will quit this if there's one already going.
Yes, that's a good idea, and we will add that. Yes. You know that.
But honestly, I don't think there's one going yet. I haven't heard anything.
But dude, there's 8 billion people. It might be, and there's so many people online. Sometimes I run into a new person online, a new YouTube channel, a new something, and I'm like, man, why didn't I see that before? Because even online, we're all in these little bubbles. You know, nobody's not in a bubble. I don't think so. Partly because of the algorithms. The algorithms think they know what I want to see, so they only show me what I want to see. When I really want to see more than that.
Yeah. Well, so I want to be open-minded, and I want everybody to know that I'm open-minded on it. You know, as much as I can. It's hard to say I'm open-minded because I am very narrow. It's got to be, you know, an uncontrolled system, and it has to be, you know, open to everybody. And so I'm narrow in certain ways. But if anybody else can come up with a system that fits that criteria,
I don't agree with you. I think you're still open-minded even on those points.
Yeah.
You're willing to let someone argue their case, and you're willing to change your mind. It just so happens to be you're not changing your mind because it's right.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what open-minded means.
Mm-hmm.
Einstein was open-minded about his general relativity. Mm-hmm. We still don't know. Anyway, I don't
know. Nobody came up with anything better, basically.
Not yet.
Yeah. Even
though we know stuff is wrong with it.
Yeah.
And that we know we're gonna find something better. We just don't have it yet.
That's right. Yeah. So that's pretty much a lot of my week. That's how I spent it there. Other than that, I've been getting onto sending emails, and I've sent out probably I think about 5 more emails to various people that I think should hear about this idea. I've heard back from 2 of them, and very disappointing though. Nothing like one of them was a guy here in Canada that University of Toronto, and they called him the godfather of AI. He was one of the first people really getting deep into it and trying to figure out how to do it. And then more kind of in the background. He wasn't part of, Anthropic or any of these other big organizations. But he's a professor that kind of was teaching at university and getting students in on the idea, and had some of the very earliest ideas about it. And anyway, he has now changed his whole outlook. Before it was all about how great AI is going to be. Now it's all about, we got to be careful. We're going, where things are going crazy, and we got to be careful about what we're doing. So he's a big AI cautionary kind of guy. So anyway, I sent him an email, but unfortunately it hit a brick wall because his stuff goes through what they call it, a gatekeeper. So the gatekeeper said, yeah, he's too busy. And that was about it. He's too busy to consider looking at anything right now. So anyway,
it's like 15-minute phone call, huh?
Yeah, he's too busy to hear an idea about exactly what he talks about every fucking day. He's too busy to look at any other alternative because I'm a nobody, I guess, right? So, yeah, I sent an email back and I said, well, you've got the power to call me an idiot. So be it. That's your decision you want to make. Anyway, so I hate hitting gatekeepers. Yuval Noah Harari years ago. I tried to get a hold of him, and he's got a gatekeeper. And I was actually able to talk to her on the phone. And I talked to her on the phone about 4 or 5 days in a row, trying to convince her to let me pass through the gate. But no, not a chance. Not a chance. And he doesn't even have a clue that those conversations took place. She's not telling him. You know, that's the job of the gatekeeper. Don't bother their boss with anything unless it's, you know, whatever they deem is worthy, right? And so anyway, yeah, I'm always bothered by gatekeepers, but they hire them for that reason. You know, it's not the gatekeeper's fault. They were hired to do this by whoever. But I wish they'd give them better instructions at least, and maybe they would like to actually look at some things that they've never heard of before. You know. Anyway, so much for open-mindedness with these people. But and then I just got Cory Doctorow. I don't know if you guys have heard of him. He came up with the term enshittification. It's a very good term, and yeah, he that's his baby, that term. And anyway, he's actually going to be coming here to Alberta. He's coming to Calgary, which is a 3-hour drive from here. So I sent him an email and I asked him if there's any chance. Once again, I tried to introduce our idea. And I mentioned that I would love to come down. His shows are all sold out, though. And I can't fucking get into a show. So anyway, I mentioned that, you know, I maybe just wait outside at the venue and see if I get an opportunity to talk to him or whatever. Anyway, he wrote me back right away. I just sent him the email yesterday. He got back to me by this morning. And he said, yeah, when I leave there, I'm going directly to another meeting and then going to another thing, going to another thing. He goes, I don't have any time to see anybody. But, and he also did not, and I was very disappointed in this, and then he just basically ended it, good luck with your project. But he did not, you know, I put a link in there, obviously, to the KAOS website and everything. He gave no indication he went to the website whatsoever. And so I was very disappointed with that. I don't know. I got to follow him up with another email, because my whole point of the email was not that I see him personally. It's that he look at the fucking website, right? Give me some kind of critique of it, right? But yeah. Anyway. So obviously he never went to the website at all. So anyway, I'm going to follow that up with it. So anyway, but the point, I'm getting back on this project. I'm sending emails again. You know, I just didn't really have time for this stuff before, and I'll try to get some more time to do some actual writing. And so this fall, I should be able to make a lot more time for this.
I wouldn't. Well, I think the writing you should be doing is the project brief.
Yeah, well, that's the first one. Yeah, that's the first one. I'd like to do some more articles that you know, could generate more interest. You know, stuff I could put on Substack as well as the website and on Reddit and what have you, right? So, you know, hopefully, maybe in time with things that are happening at the moment. You know, something that you know, staying. What do you call it? You know, dealing. You know, relating it to what's happening right now.
What do you think of this comment right here? I just put this. I just made it.
Okay.
If you have what you think is a competing system to KAOS, we'd love to hear it. If your system is better than ours, we'll quit KAOS and join your project.
That pretty much says what we're.
And I think we should post this every single time in the comments and right here on the screen.
Okay.
I'm also going to put a link to it. I'm also going to put it up on the website.
And by the way, I just checked last week's live stream to see if you guys put comments. Brian did, but Edward didn't.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to. I'm sorry.
Hey, do you guys know? Do you guys know that?
Yes, I
what is that? Where the hell did that come from?
I don't know, but the term shame.
Old school.
Yeah, shame. But what does it mean? Like, where is a finger?
They're scolding you.
Finger? What is that?
They're scolding you. It's a breaking of the cross of trust.
There's a cross of trust.
Breaking the cross of trust. You got the cross and you got the breaking it because you broke the trust.
Christian.
Wow. Yeah, I never heard that one before. Thanks, Edward.
Yeah, I learned that back in the 70s.
Brian, were your parents atheists or what?
No. My parents they're quite religious, and more so as they're getting older, I think.
Not enough, apparently, because you don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I learned that. I learned that growing up in the Methodist church.
Yeah. No,
Did you
never.
go to church, Brian?
Up until I moved out of the house, pretty much. Yeah.
Oh, and did you do that earlier or something?
Well, fairly. Yeah. I went, when we were kids living at home, yeah, we went to church most Sundays. Pretty much every Sunday. Yeah, pretty much.
Maybe they had a better version of church where they don't do this.
Yeah. Well, they cover they cover a lot of things. I don't think this is in the Bible. I think that's
Oh no, it's not in the Bible.
No. Yeah.
Is the Bible not? Do you mean the concept of shame?
No, there's a concept of shame.
No.
I'm sure. It just means
No, it's
that
the breaking of the cross isn't in the Bible.
Yeah. Maybe the term the breaking of the cross, but nobody going like this specifically. So
Right.
And I don't even yeah. Anyway, yeah, the Bible is not exactly written in a way for the average person to understand it anyway. It's all got to be interpreted. So that's a big part of it.
And then we got everybody sitting there saying what their interpretation is and saying it's right.
Yes, well, that's where the whole printing press screwed it. Put a whole wrench in there. Yeah. Then everybody could interpret it the way they want. So yeah. Anyway, commenting. Yeah, we'll try to comment. So that one you just wrote there, are you going to put that in like sometime after you were saying that if we put these comments in.
Well, first of all, I don't think we should repeat the exact same comments in the live and then later.
Yeah.
Right.
And then the question is this concept worthy of putting?
Oh yeah.
There. Well, here's what I did last week on deconstructing Islam on my Uniting the Culture channel. I had like 7 comments I did live, and all of them were worthy for afterwards, but I didn't want to put 7 fucking comments afterwards, so I made one big comment with all of it.
Okay. You don't think it would be better for the algorithm to make a 7 different comments?
Well, I wasn't focused on the algorithm. By the way, I focused first on humans, then algorithm.
Okay.
And I don't think a human is going to want to look at 7 different comments.
Okay. Yeah.
And, the idea is to pin the comment so that my comment will be first and everyone who posts will be later.
Yeah.
And I don't think it makes sense to pin 7 comments.
Yeah. No, that's right.
You pin 1 comment, maybe 2.
Yeah. Most people are there because they want to see the comments from regular people, not just the ones.
Yeah, let me show you what I'm putting in our meeting minutes document. This is probably out of place to put this here. Hold on, let me make this bigger. So, you guys, I'm sure have noticed, I just go newest date, meeting minutes. So all older stuff is, everything we've ever done is here. 12 pages of stuff. Recorded. Yeah, all one document. That's the easy part.
And where is this document?
It's a Google Doc, which I've shared with you guys, but
okay.
Let me check anyway.
I'm sorry, but I never looked at these.
It's shared with Brian, the other Brian, and Edward. So let me finish what I was saying. So for ease of use for me, since I don't want to have like 3 documents open during these lives, I'm putting this here for me to copy and paste just at the top. It's not has nothing to do with meeting minutes, but it lets me run the live. So
right.
So something like, this is just to help me during the live. So whenever somebody takes this over from me, they will have this. It'll be ready. It'll be easy.
Yeah.
And they'll know the beginning all the way to where we're at.
Yeah. Although I think, a lot of it is like here, sometimes I write so short. I don't know if anyone will understand it. Look how short this was. NGO, company owned or federated cooperative. Like what because I'm just writing shorthand for myself first. It would be really good if somebody else looked at this and then somebody that was in the
Emphasized
meeting
on it.
would improve the wording. And I try to myself. Like I'll look at something and I'll try to improve the wording while I'm thinking about how other people perceive it. But the first time I write something, I don't think about how other people perceive it. It's for myself. Quick.
You just jot it down as a note for yourself to remember. Okay, this is what we talked about. We need to.
Yeah. My initial writing is for myself. It's too hard to write for me and for other people in one shot while Brian's talking, you know?
Yeah.
Well, exactly. You sit there all day just doing this.
Go edit these. What now?
When you're sitting there typing the entire thing, trying to put in your points, it's like all of a sudden you're spending all your time on the keyboard instead of actually in the meeting.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. You're missing things.
Yep.
On the this is not related, but I was wondering why you did a second link today for the meeting.
I'm only aware of one.
You sent
Yeah,
us
I got
one,
an email this morning that update of KAOS.
Yeah, updated KAOS meeting. And
Livestream.
I like as if there was a change, and I kept going through it. Where's the change? Where's the change? And
I didn't do that. Why would it do that?
I think you sent it to us last week, and then right after the meeting, I think it was like Monday, I got a link. And then, oh no, remember I sent you an email saying, did we change the date of the meeting? And you said, no, why didn't you just look at the link I sent? But then it was after that discussion, you sent the link right after.
Which was the first one.
Which was the first one. And then we got another one today.
Which is weird to me because I didn't mess with it.
Yeah, it actually came.
I think
across
that would
on my
happen if I
emails
make a
update.
change. Sorry, go ahead.
It said on mine updated.
Yeah.
Updated contact or something like that. I
To
think
me, that
you
sounds
might
like a
have added
glitch
someone to
because
the
I
list.
didn't make a change.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it didn't look like anything changed. I was looking at
that's the other part of it.
I'm looking at
Unless somehow your email systems put it in to send out a reminder.
But
email?
wouldn't it just say reminder?
You would think.
And then second, I didn't make a change to that stuff either.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, yeah. Well, we made it anyway. We're here either way. So, all right.
Actually, I was glad it was there. I didn't have to go searching through my emails to find the link.
Usually,
Well, I wonder if we need to make it better then.
what I do is I don't open it, and in that way it's always marked as unopened, and I can find it real quick. It's the only unopened one
I mean, I do that
Yeah,
with
but
my
you figure
email. If there's an email that I want to look at again later, oftentimes I will leave it unread.
Yeah, that's exactly what I just did. Yeah.
I mean, I have other versions too. Sometimes it's even later and I want to just star it. And I do other things too. And I have non-email reminders too. And
Yeah.
I probably have 50 different kinds of reminder systems. I even have different ones for each of my kids because they have different preferences.
It's like personalized ringtones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what else we got to cover here? Is there much
I
else
do want to bring up something dealing with the website.
Okay. Yeah.
I this last week, remember last week we were talking about dealing with the website 2.0 and all that.
Yeah.
Well, I got looking at Drupal, the site system I'm looking at maybe going to. We're still young enough. I think I'm going to go ahead and work on switching over right away while we've got less people to deal with.
Okay.
To get that up, because the controls, the design aspect, the way it looks is 5
Joomla's
times
really
better
old.
than Joomla. Yeah, but Joomla's like 20 years old.
20 years old. And Drupal is how new?
Drupal's about the same age. They all came out around the same time.
Why do you think Drupal outdid Joomla?
Because there's more paid people into it. It's
Okay,
not a
so
volunteer system.
so maybe we're saying the decision to Joomla was bad. We should have done Drupal instead, and now it's time to switch.
Yeah. So
if you
we've
think
got
that's best, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I'm going to set up the design of the page before I even put that on there and go live. We're also going to go over to Discourse for our forums.
Okay.
By the way, I started using Discourse.
Yeah.
For a project. Actually, that's the project I've been telling you guys about over email.
Yeah.
My project is a live stream and discourse forum.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And the idea is the people that are on one are also on the other, and there's cross communication happening between the live stream and the forum. And discourse is amazing.
Mhm.
I love it so much, and I think it is the best one out of all of them. And
I just got to learn the Postgre database system a little better, because it requires. I use MySQL,
yeah,
and
What
it
does it
requires
use?
on Postgre.
What does it use?
Postgre.
Oh, I don't know that
POSGRE.
name.
It's another database system. It runs on Ruby on Rails, so it's
So
got to
you
have
just
a
have
more
to
robust
learn.
database.
You just have to learn how to hook up the database. You don't have to learn how to fuck with the database, right?
Yeah, I just got to learn some little quirks that are different between the two.
Yeah. Just hooking it up, not having to do anything in it, like SQL
Exactly.
statements or anything.
Right.
Yeah. So just to let you guys know, Discourse lets you use their hosting server,
Mhm.
but you got to pay like $20 a month for their cheapest plan. And as soon as you need any more, it jumps to $100 a month. And Brian, just to let you know, what Edward is planning on doing is not doing that, using his own hosted server, not necessarily at his house, but a separate
I can put
hosting
it on.
service.
I can even put it on our current server.
Yeah, no,
All
I
I
get
have to
that.
do is
But
call
I'm just
HostGator and
explaining
they'll
for
put it on it.
Brian. I'm just explaining for Brian. This could be either at his house server or a server on the internet. And it has nothing to do with Discourse, but he takes the Discourse open source software, puts it on the server, and that way we don't have to pay Discourse $20 a month or $100 a month. And by the way, Discourse wants it this way. They have a 2-method system. It's open source, or you can use their stuff fully managed by them for $20 a month or $100 a month.
Okay.
And that's what I'm doing now, is the $20 a month.
Yeah.
But soon I will switch to free on my own server, but there's a whole bunch I got to learn. Like, I don't know what Edward knows yet.
Okay.
And, I have someone else helping me, by the way,
Yeah.
who does know. He's a data engineer. He knows all that stuff.
Yeah.
So when it's time for I have to switch to $100 a month, I'm not doing that, and I'm switching to my own server. And that's what Edward's doing now. So by the way, Edward, do you already know when you have Drupal going, is the Discourse going to be just a separate site with a link, or you're going to be able to nest it inside of Drupal?
It's going to. I'm going to be able to do both.
So that
where
means
it's going to be
to a
connected
user.
to Drupal.
So that means to a user who goes to our website Drupal,
Mhm.
and then he goes to the forum inside of it, he won't be able to tell
He's
it's
already
another
logged.
website.
Exactly. It's going to be skinned the same. He's already going to be logged in, he or she.
So the CSS. Sorry to be using terms like this, Brian. Do you know what CSS is?
No.
Okay. Let me
Getting
just skip
style
ahead.
sheet.
Let me skip ahead.
Don't spend too much time on that. Just go ahead.
Okay. So Edward, that means you should have full control of the CSS both for Drupal and for Discourse, and they allow that. That means you can make both of them look the exact same.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. And actually, when it comes to Drupal, it sits there and says Discourse is the best one to connect with.
Even Drupal says that.
They've got it
So
set
that
up
means
where it'll combine in and
So
everything.
that means they work really well together, like API wise.
Okay.
They share the same API.
Oh,
Okay, a couple questions I have. First of all, Edward, is there going to be any, like from my end of it, when I'm sending people to the website, is there going to be down for any period of time or anything like that? Or is everything just going to run smoothly all
maybe
the
5
time?
seconds.
When I go to change it over, we're going to be down for about 12 hours. I plan on doing it in the middle of the night.
I underestimated. I said 5 seconds.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But that's just to make sure everything is meshed together well and working like it's supposed to.
Okay.
I'm setting up an entire testing environment on my personal server for this. I'm going to skin them both, and then I can save the designs and install Drupal and Discourse and just throw them in place, and we're up.
Okay. So maybe giving some kind of warning, so I'm not sending people there just.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely. I'm going to send out an
You won't know
email.
the difference. It's still KAOSnow.com.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
the
the.
case. He's just worried about getting people to go there and having a dead site.
Yeah,
because it's
Oh,
in the middle
doing
of
that
the
12
day
hours.
zone.
Yeah, you should warn all of us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't send
Yeah,
anyone to the site
I'll
during
send
the
out an
12-hour
email.
window.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna send out an email saying we're getting ready to transfer over. Unfortunately, what I'm going to have to do, because the Joomla database and the Drupal database are so different on their scheming, their technical
You won't be able
schemes.
to use any of it, right?
I'm going to have to send out a mass mail afterwards saying, everybody, you need to redo your membership.
Oh, that part. Okay.
I'm just going to delete everybody because the only thing we've got on there is the stuff. I've got Brian's.
Yeah, let's have a very
thing.
well-written email to them that we work all three together to really deliver that message well of why we're switching to Discourse and why we're asking them to re-register. Because otherwise, if that's not handled well, they're going to be like, oh, fuck KAOS. Fuck these guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just going to send out a mass email sitting there saying,
you write that down.
We're changing our systems. I'm sorry for the inconvenience, but could you please come and re-register at the new site? It's still at KAOSnow.com. Nothing has changed in reference to what you're able to do, but we're just changing our background for the site. But because the way it's set up, we got to have everyone re-register because I have no way to properly transfer the databases without putting out some money.
Hey, I got a question for you, and this is not really important, but Joomla and the forum that you have, is that within Joomla or a separate system?
It's part of the Joomla system.
So yeah, Joomla sucks then if they're like, I'm going to make my own forum. Now, Drupal did it smart. Does Drupal have their own forum or they have both options, their own forum plus Discord?
Very, 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 very mediocre forum.
And they intended it that way to make you use another better one, right?
Well, they intended it that way so you can build on it. But I don't have the
Joomla. Does Joomla even give you the option of using like a Discourse?
Oh yeah.
Oh, it does.
Yeah, you can use any forum software you want with it. Although Joomla recommends PHBB and a couple of other ones that are really old school. They've been around for years. VBulletin.
PHBB, I remember that shit. That's as old as Joomla.
VBulletin and that. Yeah. They really focus on that more than anything else.
Dude, I get like nostalgia feelings when I hear those words. Like,
I know it makes me feel old.
It does. It makes me think like, in my Grey Gandalf days. You know what I mean?
Well, it's like I was just talking to someone the other day on Reddit and another subreddit that I'm in dealing with Linux computers and that. And they were discussing dealing with, so the only thing we're going to have available is going to be Reddit and Substack. And I came up, no, the websites for the distros have their own forums. You can go in and get help specifically for your operating system. Oh, I didn't know that. It's right there on the web page. But I told, I told them, I mean, they're like, and then I mentioned, well, we've got IRC, Internet Relay Chat, we got Matrix, we've got Telegram, they're all on.
Does IRC still exist?
Oh, yes.
Isn't that the first chat ever?
Just like anything? The old bulletin boards.
And that was the one that eventually turned into people would use it in like nasty ways, right?
4chan's a good example.
Okay, and then South Park did an episode making fun of this. Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
I know. I didn't.
Let me tell you the story real quick. So Cartman wanted to show one of his buddies, I think the Jew, hey, come get on, and he was right next to him on the computer. Come watch this, IRC with me. And I don't know the way it worked. Oh, this is when it was starting to do video. The original IRC was just chat. But this is when they added video. And you would start a call, and you don't know who you're talking to or what they're doing yet. And 99% of the times that Cartman tried one of these, He goes, "Oh, it's another dick guy. Another guy showing his dick. Okay, let's try the next one. Oh, it's another guy showing his dick. Let's try the next one. Oh, it's another guy showing his dick." Is that really how it worked?
Probably.
No, that's not how it. That's not how it really worked.
Okay.
IRC for the most part was literally just sitting there typing back and forth to each other.
Yeah, but the
When I
video
was
part
in
of
it.
it, like I know. Look, South Park. Of course they exaggerate, but every one of those things is real. So I wonder what the
Honestly,
real
I
version
haven't-
of this is.
Honestly, I haven't been in IRC since they started doing the imaging, the videos. Before you could do basic static images somewhat, but for the most part, you were just sitting there. Literally, it was like the old AOL chat rooms, if you remember those,
Yeah.
or
I was never
MSN
on
chat
AOL, though.
rooms, or MSN chat rooms, and whatnot.
Wasn't there something called something roulette, video roulette, or something like that?
I think that
Something like that.
roulette was the term used in the South Park episode.
Yes. I came across some podcast one time, which was just a girl going through this roulette thing. And half the time it was somebody naked standing, some guy naked on the other side of the screen. And it was something like chat roulette or something.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Anyway, I only watched one episode, but it looked like a lot of dicks were coming out. Yeah. And anyway, but it was random people. It would hook you up with random people all over the world. And a lot of them were some pervert guy standing there naked or something.
Yeah, I
Dude.
made some great friends in England and whatnot off of that, though, off the IRC.
So I just searched chat roulette and the South Park episode, and they did use that term, chat roulette.
Yeah. That's what it reminded me of when you were talking about it. Yeah.
That's so cool.
If we could bring something else up here, Rami, is there a chance that you can teach me more about Twitter sometime soon? We had talked about maybe.
Yeah, we could even do a little bit right now.
I don't know if I get it. I was going to maybe try to book something either tomorrow or it's one of the reasons why I don't want to just do it right now. I want my phone separate, so I want to get my laptop hooked up again. And even though the laptop's not working very well, whatever, we'll struggle our way through it, and we'll see if because I want to have my phone separate so I can try sending you a text right while we're talking and stuff like this, right? So
how about we do Saturday, same time we start this thing.
Okay, next Saturday?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me put that in my calendar right now.
I've got a fair bit of time right now, so anytime this week, if you decide that you have any free time, send me a message.
Do it earlier.
Well,
and how much time do you think we need?
Doesn't have to be earlier. I'm just saying. I know. I'll make some time. And
but how much time do you think we need?
I don't know. Maybe an hour. I don't know.
An hour. Okay. What if we?
I'm pretty new to this, so it might take a little bit. I'm not.
Damn it.
It's not just going to come to me, I think. But
how about we go Monday? Remind me, you're an hour earlier than me, right?
Yeah. No, is it 2 hours? It's 8:00 right now. 8:02.
Yeah, it's 9 for me, so 1 hour.
Yeah, it's an hour.
So my Monday 1 p.m. is your new. Oh, you can't do Monday.
No, tomorrow. Are you talking about tomorrow?
Yeah.
Tomorrow is a holiday for us. We have our Canadian Thanksgiving.
So that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. So let's do your noon tomorrow. My 1 o'clock. Let me put that on the calendar.
Sure.
Columbus Day. Why do you have a day off on Columbus Day?
Well, it's not Columbus Day for us. It's Thanksgiving.
Ours is Columbus Day.
Yeah, we do a different Thanksgiving here than you guys do. Different time of the year. I don't know why.
Because it's all bullshit?
Yeah, more than likely.
All right, doing this right now. My 1 p.m. should be your 12 p.m.
Okay. Yeah, because like I said, I have more time now. I'm sending more emails, but I think Twitter is going to be the best way to try to contact some of these people. And that seems to be the way to go these days. So, and there's quite a few people. There is no contact information other than Twitter. So. Do you do much tweet? Do you tweet much, Edward?
Used to. I got a few friends on there, but everything has just gone so stupid since Musk took it over.
Do you use Blue Sky?
Kind of backed off of it. Yeah, I do use Blue Sky. Matter of fact, I even have a KAOS Blue Sky going.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I want to talk about that real quick for both of you. I want to get your opinions.
I should probably get on Blue Sky too, then, eh? But anyway, sorry.
Probably, yeah. Anyway, I just set up the appointment. You should have a calendar notification now.
All right.
So here's my question, or some context first. I know why people went to Blue Sky, or at least one of the reasons, which was kind of what you just said. They were hating X after Elon took it over. They were seeing it as, well, Elon's story was, hey, the way X is now, there's a lot of stuff being censored, so we're going to get rid of censorship.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he just.
But then the way the people who left X and went to Blue Sky saw it as, well, no, really, what you're having is a whole bunch of hate speech against like one political group from the other political group.
Yeah,
it's an echo chamber.
And then what I saw myself was on X, yeah, I saw stuff being censored on the opposite side of what X was censoring before.
That's right.
I don't know if it's more or less. I can't say that. Then something happened when I think it's Charlie Kirk was murdered.
Yeah.
I started seeing, I don't know where I saw these posts. I'm not on Blue Sky, so I can't speak to that. But I started seeing posts in Reddit with pictures of what's happening on Blue Sky right now. And what was happening was a whole bunch of people, Edward, tell me if you saw any of this. A whole bunch of people were saying, who's next? And they started listing people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were doing that all over the internet.
A whole fuckload of people were on the list.
Yeah.
What are you saying, Edward?
They were doing that all over the internet. Not just Blue Sky.
I'm sure you could have found it on Reddit.
Kicked off X. Yeah, people were getting kicked off of X for saying that.
Really? Okay, yes. So I saw nothing on X and I saw nothing on Reddit or anywhere else, but that could just be algorithms are not showing it to me because they see it as I'm not interested or whatever. And I didn't see anyone saying that it happened anywhere else besides Blue Sky. But you just said
because they were censoring it. They were killing the people's accounts and then deleting the pages
on Blue Sky,
deleting on Reddit or on X and on Reddit,
but not on Blue Sky.
No, Blue Sky is ran by Jack Dorsey. He's a big proponent of free speech, more so than Elon.
Okay, maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
Jack
how to
Dorsey's
see that.
The one that started Twitter originally.
I don't know how to see that. By the way, if somebody says who's next and makes a list and making it more clear, like who's next, the next guy to be murdered like Kirk, isn't that on the level of like doxing, and shouldn't that be deleted?
Doxing, yes.
What do you think, Brian?
That would be something. That's something I would try to take care of in our website.
Well, if they're only, I don't think it's doxing if they're not putting their address.
No. I'm not saying it is doxing. What I mean is,
I know it's similar.
Could it be something we delete, like we delete doxing?
I think
it's a threat. It's
a threat. It is definitely a threat. But that doesn't mean it should be deleted. If we have, I don't know what other sites should do. That's up to them to decide, and that's a tough one to decide. But when it comes to the KAOS system, when we have it up and running, I want to keep that stuff up. And I don't want to.
You want to know who is.
I want to know who. Yes, I want to know who puts that stuff up, and I hope that they get a lot of pushback, and now from that people learn. Don't put stupid things out like that because you look bad.
So it's no different than why we shouldn't ban the Quran.
Yeah, no different. People need to learn. And this is part of the learning process all society needs to go through, is that you don't ask for people to be killed. And if you do, you're going to pay a consequence yourself just for saying that. And, not a governmental consequence, not something, not something from, from chaos, we don't punish you. It's society. There are things you don't say in society. You would not walk down the street in your hometown and start yelling out names of people you think should be executed, right?
Welcome to America.
Welcome to America. Yeah, well, this is, this would be a stupid thing for you to do. And everybody in your community is now going to look at you in a new way that is bad, right?
And maybe they won't go to your business anymore.
Yeah, yes. Many things will happen to you, right? This is a society. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well,
what I want to do is put a disclaimer on there. This is not KAOS's.
Oh yeah, for sure.
KAOS's view.
Well, yeah. I mean, but that goes without saying, though. We're a database of public opinion. We're not editing anything.
Yeah, here's a similar version of that. I made a Google form recently. And at the bottom it says, whatever the fuck this shit says, it's not what Google thinks.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, that could be a disclaimer on everything. That we don't endorse.
It could even be a straight.
Yeah.
It could even be a straight, right in your face. Hey, KAOS is just information. We do not endorse any comments or posts that are made here.
Yeah.
Because that is owned by the person that made the post.
Yeah. And deleting that stuff and hiding that stuff just gives people more, they're not learning. We have to go through this to learn.
The system. They know they're going to get deleted, but they post it knowing some people will see it for that short period. That's fucking retarded. And having that system incentivizes these people to do that. It happens on Reddit. I'll get a comment and I leave my notifications on so that it shows right on my front screen. And I'll see this comment and it doesn't show you all of it. It's it only shows you like a highlight, a blurb. I click on it, the thing is deleted. The guy did it on purpose to let me see it, but then delete it so no one else sees it. Yeah. I fucking hate that. And Brian's way solves it.
Yeah.
I want everyone to see what he showed me.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, these are opportunities for us to learn.
So I'm on Brian's side. When there's time to vote, I'm voting Brian.
But we also have to look out for the credibility of KAOS.
Well, once again, it's not connected to us. It's not. I mean, other than we're.
Yeah,
but
we're
it's
not
on our site,
pushovers.
so
we're
it would be connected
right
to us. That's the sad part. Yeah, but if we don't take care of situations, let people know, hey, this is not right. This isn't right. Agree with the fact this isn't right. If we just let it go,
or us as KAOS members?
Us as KAOS. If we let it go without saying, hey, this is not what we agree it as KAOS.
So you mean like each horrible comment needs that attached to it?
That's why I said I'll probably put up a blunt where everyone sees it. This is not KAOS's view.
Yeah, so really, every comment on KAOS could have a line under it saying, this is not KAOS, we don't endorse this, and we leave everything up except for doxing, and here's why.
Yeah. Yes.
And that, yeah.
Yeah, and you do see that on other sites. I'm sure I've seen that before.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't mind leaving them up, but if it gets too heated, I'm going to lock them. I mean, if it really starts getting dangerously heated, I'm going to lock that page down. It's not going to be able to be replied to anymore. Because if it's getting heated where people are starting to threaten people, no, I'm not going to put up with that on the site because that looks bad on KAOS and us.
Okay, well, hold on. I think we're getting a little confused here. We're not talking about, we're just talking about the website we have now, right? That's what you're
Yeah.
talking about right now. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, that makes sense right now.
Yeah, anything we can control, which would be the website, we control that. We have to protect ourselves also because we're supplying the means. Therefore, we can get hit with the liability for it.
Yeah.
Might that happen with KAOS 2.0 or whatever? Website 2.0?
Any website.
Yeah.
Ryan,
Well,
how are we going to deal with that? Legal
Well,
issues there?
I once again, like you guys are saying, put a banner up saying that this does not reflect the thoughts or any opinions of
This,
the KAOS system.
Yeah.
But I want it all out there. I don't want to.
And I don't
okay.
know about the law, but is there a law that says no, you have to delete it?
Well, if there
No.
if there are regional laws, and there probably are, we will have to follow them. But
yeah, I mean, we'll have to follow censorship laws.
yes, in those regions. But I want a copy of that someplace in the world. I don't want it totally.
And then
deleted.
somebody could easily find it by doing the
A VPN
Search.
or whatever.
VPN. Yes.
Or traveling to a country where it is legal to access it. Is another option.
Like a VPN, but with a truck or a boat.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. You know.
But yeah, I mean, I'm not sitting there saying we got to censor them that, but we've got to make sure for liability reasons the KAOS unit itself, KAOS institution,
especially now when we have no money to protect ourselves legally. I could see when KAOS is going well, and we already have a lot of legal protections, then it could make sense.
Even then, though,
we've got to protect ourselves.
Well, even still, I mean, once again, this is why we're going to have multi-servers all over the world, and we're not going to push the laws. We're not out there trying to change laws in different countries.
Right.
We're going to work with their laws. You know, if the people want to do that, that's up to them. But KAOS itself is not out there lobbying governments to change laws, and so it's we just build the database and we follow the laws. That's all we're going to do. Right?
Yeah, actually, we're designed more where the people are lobbying the government to change laws.
Yeah,
they're sitting there saying, "Hey, this needs to change." Got people agreeing with it or disagreeing with it. It gives them the information to realize, "Hey, wait a minute. There's a lot of people out there that want this done across the nation. So let's do it."
Yeah.
Hey, can I bring up the old topic from earlier today?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The guy you mentioned with that not competing, but almost competing system.
Yeah.
Was there any talk about getting him on this show to explain it to us?
I'm going to. Yeah.
And when you mentioned the step 1, step 2 thing, my idea, he'll love that and he'll come on.
Yeah. Hopefully. Yes, I will. I'm going to tell him that I'm going to make a post about this on our sub, and I'm going to get permission from him before I do that. And at the same time, I'll invite him on to come and talk.
After telling him the step 1, step 2 thing.
Sure. Yes. Yeah.
Because in that sense, we're telling him we agree. Yours should be first.
If you can, why not? Yes. I mean, if it's an improvement to democracy the way it's running, yeah. And if you can get traction, sure. Yeah. Why not?
And we might even get involved. I might have another project, another weekly meeting.
If you, maybe.
Like you've got time for it, right?
Yeah, I know. But like if everything fell off, I might need a new project.
Well, I don't. Go ahead.
Rami, I got a question for you. Uniting the cults. You're the founder of it, right?
Yeah.
How long did that take you to get that up and running as strong as it is?
Well, I don't think it's strong. Well, in one sense, it is very strong. I'm now connected to the entire ex-Muslims international coalition of all the ex-Muslim orgs around the world, including.
That's what I mean. How'd you get involved into doing that for uniting the cults? Because I think that's some information we can use to our advantage.
So, that makes sense. Yeah. So, first of all, let me say it this way. Now that I am connected in EXMI, knowing what I know now, I think I should have joined them 15 years ago and never have done Uniting the Cults. And I made Uniting the Cults because I was living in a bubble. But now that I'm here, I'm not going to get rid of Uniting the Cults.
Right.
Because
you are making a difference.
Okay, so now let me try to answer your question. I mean, my plan, what I was doing actually, maybe what I did was follow Brian's advice. What I was doing was, and this is how I was talking to Brian early on when I got in KAOS. My thinking was, we need to reach all the people in the world. Brian's thinking was, no, we need to reach like 1 or 2 people that are already connected to the whole world. So uniting the cults initially was reach everyone. But then I was like, well, let me reach a very specific 1 or 2 people, and then that lets me reach everyone else. Well, so how did it happen? I was doing these anniversaries for Uniting the Cults. I did the first anniversary. I did a event just for the birth of Uniting the Cults, and then I did the first anniversary event. I was able to get Mariam Namazi on. Mariam Namazi is a huge person in our movement. I didn't know how big she was until afterwards. She actually downplays her role, I found out, which was what made it harder for me to see who I should be contacting. She's like the #1 person in the whole coalition. Everyone I speak to in the coalition, when we ask each other, so who's the one running everything? We all, on our own, realize it's Mariam Namazi. Part of why it worked was she was smart enough to let me to come on to my show, to my anniversary event. And obviously I said things that convinced her that I'm worthy. And then we did that anniversary event. There was an interview. She was there for 2 hours of the 5 hours. One part was like the whole group. A second part that she was just an interview, me and her. And, I'm sure she liked what I had to say. And then she told me, hey, you need to join EXMI, the coalition. So then she got me into this signal groups that we're all in EXMI. And I started being in all the meetings. And that let me learn a lot more about what they're doing. And it let me fill some of the gaps that were there. And now I'm a huge part of it. So big that I'm doing things that none of them are doing. Like, I want to start this program to, it's kind of like an engine or a funnel.
Mm-hmm.
You input into it inactive ex-Muslims, and the output is activists. Nobody's done that kind of thing before. I realized this was needed because I'm in these groups with these people, and I notice we don't have enough people doing all the work we need to do. Like, the amount of work we talk about what we want to do is 20x more than what we're actually doing. And the bottleneck is sophisticated enough people who want to do these things.
So you're in the same boat we're in currently.
Huh?
The same boat we're in currently.
Yes. Yeah. So I don't know. Did that story help you at all with KAOS?
It does, because what I'm thinking is we need to try to reach out to influencers. We need to try to reach out to somebody, get them on the live stream, get people involved.
I think the project brief will help a lot with that. When you talk to an influencer, that's what they want to see.
Mm-hmm.
Say that again?
And I think we want to get an influencer involved. The project brief is our answer.
Okay.
Project brief that we're making is the document that you would show to anyone who is serious and either has their own organ, like effective altruism. That's what they need to see. Any influencer, I think, is the same thing. That's what they need to see. If you ever speak to a media company to do a report on us, that's what they need to see.
Okay.
Although a slightly different version of it. So that document is the main thing right now. And I wish we were working on it before.
Okay.
I didn't think of it or whatever.
We should have started much earlier. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The reason why I was asking is I'm trying to get across in my head how we can improve our message to people that join.
Yeah.
How do we get out to these people that are interested in doing this, but they don't know about us?
So the project brief. Sorry, go ahead.
we need the project brief to hit influencers and donors and have them help promote our program. But we need that brief in order to be able to approach them. So yes, that's something we should have done at the beginning.
Yeah, and the website should make it very easy to find the brief for people to read it. Like
Right.
we'll have a page on our website with that brief.
Yeah.
And
I
PDF version
plan
they
on
can download.
That's why I'm doing a push on getting the website updated to Drupal and Discourse and that, because by the time that project brief starts getting circulated to people, we want them to come to a website. They're going to be like, oh yeah, these guys know what they're talking about. Yes, our website is very rough right now. It's not because I don't have the skills. It's because I'm running tight on time. I've got us up and running, but like I said, I'm working on the Drupal skinning and that. I'm even working on a Joomla setup to make it look better, in the interim. So I've got a lot on my plate dealing with that.
I want to tell you how much I appreciate that, Edward. Having a website I could send people to, I'm finding really a great thing. So
I'm thinking about putting a disclaimer on that front page of the website saying this website is continuously under construction until we get the system settled. Just so people don't come in, oh, well, they don't know what they're doing. Look at this website. Dude, we got you up so you can talk. That's our goal. We're not here to look pretty. We're here to get people to comment.
Yeah, the prettiness will come.
So I think I'm going to put a disclaimer up there saying, this website is currently going through changes. It will be for a while. Please bear with us, but you're able to do what you've got to do on the website.
If I understand correctly, your decision to switch to Drupal partly is it's going to reduce your time commitment on developing it. And based on your research on Drupal, you could tell that it's going to be way easier on you. So I agree with that decision to switch.
Oh yeah, it sounds like the thing to do. And bear in mind, always remember if there's some small costs or anything like that, don't worry, I will cover those things. Right?
Yeah. Speaking of costs, I want to see. We need to. I want to make my information private on the ownership of the website, but that does cost. I'll get the information to you if I can cover it. It's something. I think it's only like $20 or $30.
Hey, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Okay, guys.
Okay. Okay. But yeah, it's only like $20 or $30, something like that. You know what? Let me bring up my the account for KAOS site right now. If I can find my link. Oh, there it is. I'm looking right at it. So I can find out how much that is. So I can give you an idea.
Sure.
And that way, if it's a monthly thing or if I can swing another yearly thing like I did with the website.
Well, I don't want to deal with it if it is a monthly thing, I might just send you the money for the year either way, just so that we don't have to deal with this every damn month or something, right?
Exactly. And that's what I'm looking at. I mean, when you're dealing with it monthly in a yearly situation, generally you get kind of a discount.
Yeah.
So that's how I'm looking at. Okay. Oh shit. Oh, come on. What'd I do? Hit a number wrong? I sure did. All right, there we go. Okay. Oh shit. If I could remember numbers properly, it'd be a miracle.
I'm the worst with numbers. I cannot remember anything more than 2-3 digits. I have to write everything down. That's if I want to remember something, I gotta write it down. I don't trust my memory.
I deal with customers dealing with the cash register and that, and every now and then I'm sitting there like, okay, what was I doing?
Yeah.
right in the middle of taking care of.
So look, Edward, look what I found out I can do.
I'm telling
And I didn't know that till like last week.
Yeah.
For like a whole
shifting
year.
the
Yeah. For like a whole year, I've been operating pissed off that I can't change these things. And it's just a mouse drag and drop. So simple.
right.
Anyway, what else have we got left to talk about?
Well, Edward was trying to pull something up here.
I got it up finally. Matter of fact, it's right here. It's only at $1.25 a month, and it's billed annually. So it's a yearly thing. It breaks down to being $1.25 a month.
What is it?
USD. I want to put our domain so my information isn't publicly exposed.
Oh, I know what you mean. I always see that option, and I never pay for it.
Yeah. Well, it's got my phone number. It's got my address. I mean,
No, I understand.
I gotta protect. If someone gets really irritable at what we're doing, I gotta protect myself and my family.
Maybe I should be thinking about that, given the apostasy laws. And
Yeah. Actually,
you should.
Your life is on
You're
the
in more
line.
danger than we are.
Oh, way more.
You got a target on your back with that.
Yeah. Should be thinking about
But
that.
it's annual. It breaks down to being $1.25 a month for an annual bill
Okay.
on that. So I'll do up the math, get a total amount,
Sure.
and I'll let you know.
Okay.
So
And that's
I mean,
not a problem. We'll cover that.
yeah, and it's
Any other
it's not like it's going to kill us.
no, yeah. or any other expenses you may incur there, right? Make sure that you forward them all to.
No, I'll be in touch with you and all that.
maybe the $2 million legal fees could do it.
we're a ways from there.
Well, I'm
So-
waiting on that.
We need like an international lawyer to help us write the project brief, the legal part of it.
Oh, I don't. Do we want to get that in depth on the at this point? I don't know if we need to get that.
Well, to be clear, our project brief is going to evolve.
Yeah.
So we'll have what we got now, and then one day we'll have an international lawyer that tells us, "Hey, you're missing this big fucking thing."
Yeah.
In the project brief, and then we will add it. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
I'd imagine in the project brief is where I want to specify that we will be a federated cooperative as well.
Mhm.
Yes. Yep.
Or at least likely to be.
Right.
You could just say our
I'm gonna
current
look
thinking.
into that a
You don't
little
need to say
deeper.
likely. You
Yeah,
just say
our-
this is our current thinking.
Yes, that's right. Yes. Okay.
Because I got a couple of people running through my head. I want to put that brief out too and try to generate some funds for us.
Don't worry too much about funds at this point. Worry more about getting influencers. Anybody with any real influence.
Oh yeah, but
So
I
what-
want to start the ball rolling on the funds part too.
Let me
because
try
then
to
we can
answer
afford to do
your.
more.
Let me try to answer your question further, Edward. When you asked me, like, how
Mm-hmm.
did I get Uniting the KAOS to get connected with the big groups? One of the things I did after I had already joined EXMI, the biggest member organization within it is Ex-Muslims of North America, EXMNA. And I wanted to get connected with them also, independent of the whole coalition. I wanted their help because I found out they have a incubation program. I was like, shit, I'll take your incubation. So I filled out their form. One of the questions was, prove to us you're a leader. Show us your leadership. And it was very vague. It didn't tell me how to do that, but I knew what it meant. So I argued my case of what I've been doing in Uniting the KAOS, which proved that I'm a leader. I think that's something that even if they don't ask, we need to be answering. So when we reach out to effective altruism, they're going to want to hear, even if they don't ask, why do we think we are good at leadership? And we need to say some evidence. Like, you know, having started this, and Brian brought me and Edward in, and, you know, those kind of things.
Yeah,
So
that's what set Ernest off, is exactly that conversation.
Yeah.
I was talking about I was talking about effective altruism and how people there were asking about my leadership abilities or who is leading this organization. And so that's what kicked off the whole thing.
Oh, I see what you're saying, but let me say it a little bit different way. There, for any project, it's one person thought of it, and then he got 10 others to join. That is the leadership.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If he failed to get anyone to join, that's no leadership.
Yeah.
Nothing.
And that's
there's no way 10 people are automatically all get the same idea all at once without having spoken to each other, and then they coalesce.
You'd have to argue that one with Ernst, because that's kind of the way I was going with it too. I don't see any other way these things work.
Well, I like Ernst. I think he's got a good philosophy there.
Yeah.
The problem is, the reality is the fact you cannot run any kind of democracy without some kind of leadership.
We want a leader. This is what I always I was just pointing out to some people. If I help out people on projects all the time. Somebody wants to build a garage, I will go and help them out. Somebody wants to roof their house, I will go and help them out, right? When I get there, somebody has to lead. And if nobody else is leading, I will jump into that position.
Exactly.
And I want a leader. Everybody on that site wants a leader. They're looking for somebody to lead the project. And it just does not work any other way, right?
No.
And nobody's disputing it. Nobody's going, well, if they do, we'll pick another leader, right? But generally, everybody has the same idea that we need the leader, and I want to follow somebody, right?
Yeah, well, you've got to have somebody directing where the group's going.
And to be clear, the view that a lot of people have, and I'll just pick an entity that is most extreme in this: military. They see people that are not part of military. Yeah. They see military as the soldiers are completely following with no thinking or something like that, obeying the head
automatons.
Leader. Yeah. But that's not the case. If you go listen to the military people, they clearly say, no. You are following, but if you think it's wrong, if you think it goes against the guidelines of the military, or if you think your higher up is fucking some shit up, you're supposed to speak up. And if you don't, you're fucking it up.
Yeah, and there are people that have been charged. Like when your commander tells you to wipe out that whole town, and people went along with it, that comes up in court.
Right. Comes up in court. So there is like good followership.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's good leadership, and then of course there's the retarded leadership and retarded followership.
That's right. Yeah.
Followship.
Just take a look. Just take a look at America right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I would hope that some of those soldiers that Trump is sending into cities bear that in mind. Yeah.
Quite a few of them were sitting there going on, why are we even here?
Yeah.
This is not right. I'm not going to shoot on fellow Americans. There are a lot of military people out there that way. They understand. They took an oath to the Constitution and to follow the orders of the commander-in-chief. But it is written in there in the military code of conduct that if the ruling of the commander-in-chief is to go against the Constitution or against American citizens, they have to stand for the American citizens.
I'm glad you brought up the Constitution. I want to say the same thing now about what I just said, but regarding the Constitution. You can see the Constitution as a document that is leading us, rather than a person. And we're not doing it in a way where the document claims infallibility and should never change. And there are documents like that, like the Quran.
Yeah.
Our document, the U.S. Constitution, is designed to be edited. There's an implication that there's stuff in here that's wrong and needs to be improved, and it's going to require people in the future to improve it. And of course, there's systems of how to do that.
They're living documents.
Constitution.
Yeah.
It's a living document.
Yeah.
The Constitution is supposed to be the backbone for all our laws.
Yeah.
But the problem is you've got people that are sitting there saying they're constitutionalists, but they don't even know what the hell the Constitution says, what the law is.
No, that's the same. That's exactly the same people that claim that they're all that they bitch about my lack of freedom of speech, but they don't care about anybody else's freedom of speech. They just worry about their own. Or the people that claim to be all worried about the collapse of democracy, but they would get their own dictator in a minute if they had a chance.
Yeah, I've heard people say. People say, and it seemed like a really young person, like teenage years.
Yeah,
it was like, and something bad had just happened in the news, some big thing, and they were like, "All right, so here's my post. If I was dictator, here's what I would do." What kind of why are you saying that? What do you mean? If I was dictator, it's like that's the only way shit can run.
And according to a lot of people, that is. I mean, look at Plato. It goes all the way back to Plato, right?
That's the philosopher kings, right?
Yeah, the philosopher king. Yes, that's his only solution.
Yeah, he thought the smartest person should be the dictating leader. Was his conception a leader that is not a dictator or dictator?
His conception was actually that a dictator should have an advisor that is a philosopher. He never expected the dictator to be the philosopher, but he expected the dictator to take the advice of a philosopher. And if he took that as the highest level of advice and followed that advice, then he would give the best results possible.
No committee?
No committee.
Why?
Because he thought that a philosopher it's exactly the same thing I'm talking about. The dictator does exactly what I want is a dictator I want. And that's exactly his point of view. He thought he was the only person.
So he thought the other philosophers shouldn't be on the committee. The committee should be just him.
Pretty much. As far as I could tell. Yeah, that's Plato.
Fuck Plato.
Yeah.
Fuck Aristotle too.
Yeah. So I think he's right off. He spent the last part of his life trying to make that happen, and it didn't work. And that should be the biggest lesson, that you cannot get a dictator to listen to a philosopher. It just doesn't happen. And second of all, who's to say that philosopher has it right?
Right.
Apparently, just him saying it.
Yeah. He got it right as far as he's concerned. Yes, but. Yeah. So anyway,
this makes me think of something I want to say to you guys. I think this is important for KAOS. It's important for any organization, and not just the leader of it, all the people in it. If I think I have a great idea that I think our organization should implement, but the committee disagrees, my view should be, okay, they disagree. I'm still going to stay in this. I'm still going to try to argue my case. But because they don't agree, I'm not going to be all butthurt that my idea is not being used.
Yes.
And I'm going to still help. And I'm going to still, because the other option is, oh, fuck you guys. You guys don't agree with me. My idea is better than yours. I'm just going to leave.
And nothing gets done.
Instead, I still think my idea is better than yours, but I'm not fucking leaving.
That's right. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with thinking your idea is better. Nothing wrong with it at all. But you have to work with everybody else. That is the overlying thing over everything.
I saw this in a gaming scenario. I saw somebody say in the types of games where you have like a team of 4 against another team of 4. If you have, and when you get on these teams, oftentimes you don't even know the other 3 people on your team. So there's no coordination except for whatever each of you already have ideas about how to coordinate. There was no pre-planning of how to act. Everyone has their own ideas of how to do that. And somebody was saying, if you have somebody in your team that just goes off on their own, away from the other 3, well, their best idea might be go follow him, because now at least you're a fucking team working together. That's better than you see that guy go on his own, and then the other 3 are like, well, he's dumb. Let's go on our own. Now you have a divided team. You're definitely going to lose.
Yeah.
So even in gaming, this works. They talk like this.
Yeah, well, it could be, but what if his idea was really bad?
Oh, well, if that guy is also a bad shooter and he goes off on his own, well, fuck him. But if he's a pretty good lone wolf,
Yeah.
the other three could join him, and that would work better than they just stay separated.
Yeah. In a lot of cases, it's better to have the numbers than to have the best plan.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
And that
exactly
applies to what we're doing.
To some degree, yeah.
We're trying to
think
give
everybody-
everyone their chance to put out what they want to say.
Yeah.
Whether they agree or disagree with what somebody else is saying, we can have civil conversations in regard to this.
Yeah.
We don't have to be bickering. We don't have to be calling names. We don't have to be mean spirited. Let's have civil discourse. We've got to get back to that.
Yeah. Well, that's the biggest underlying thing. People, civil discourse, and this whole idea. Like the one thing that really bothers me on the left and on the right is the idea, like fascism, right? People want to eliminate fascism as a thought process. You can't eliminate any thought. That's not a fathomable thing. What, you're going to kill these people, and then as soon as a new baby is born and comes with the idea of a fascism, you got to kill them? Like, you cannot erase thought. You cannot erase ideas.
What do you mean they want to erase the thought of fascism? What's that mean?
Yeah. Just eliminate fascism. You'll hear people say we have to eliminate fascism in society. There can be nobody that can think a fascist thought. That's what they're trying to do. Their goal is to stop the idea.
I like that goal. I would do it by criticizing it.
Yeah, but if you can argue it out, great. But you can't expect it ever to totally disappear. That's going to be an ongoing process forever. Because there's always going to be some new group or new person born that comes to this conclusion on their own. Like, they want it taken out of all literature so that people can't even find the idea anymore. You know what I mean? So that people
They'll reinvent it.
That's what I'm saying. Yes, they will reinvent it. There is no way to wipe out fascism so that there's absolutely no way anybody can think about it anymore. That's not a possibility. We have to learn to
It
live.
would be like trying to delete all the books that, delete the Quran, delete the Mein Kampf, delete everything but then that's like deleting everything and no one's going to learn from any of it.
Yes.
And I mean, learn, like, when I mean learn from the Quran, I don't mean adopting the ideas. I mean learning why it's bad.
That's right. And you can't just throw out the Quran and hope and think that nobody is ever going to think that way again. You have to keep it out there and just keep that battle. You're always running. Right. You're always
they still make new versions of Islam today.
Yeah, exactly.
That is based on the Quran. Now, sometimes that version of Islam still sort of gets called Islam, and then other times it gets new names, but it's still an evolution. Example is, what's that fucking name? Baha'ism. ISIS still has the name Islam in it, though. It's
is that the one that they mix all the religions?
I'm not aware of that.
Oh, there's one religion out there that mixes all religions. It's quite interesting. It mixes them all, and they believe them all to be somewhat true.
There's a Muslim guy from the year 900-ish.
Yeah.
And when I say Muslim, he could be a Muslim that's really closet ex-Muslim who doesn't want his head chopped off.
Yeah.
And he said, God made all religions. And what we need to do is, and I think he's also saying, I'm guessing, that humans corrupted all of that. So we need to take the good from all of them and reject the bad from all of them.
Yeah.
Now that sounds very similar to what you just said.
Yeah. And the name of it is something like what you just said, Bahali or Baal or something. And what the hell is his name? The show The Office?
Yeah. Which one though? UK or?
No, American. And there's Dwight, the guy who played Dwight.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just heard a podcast with him on it, and he was talking about it. Anyway, a while ago. Anyway, he's part of that religion, and he was born into that religion. It's been around since like the 50s or something, 40s, 50s. And
it is Baha'i. I just asked ChatGPT.
Yeah, I thought it was. I thought it was something. I knew it was something close to that. Anyway, it sounds very interesting. It's a very interesting concept. I'm not like I want to go religious or anything. I like where I am right now, but I think it's at least a nice compromise between religions, and it seems quite reasonable, compared to others, right? So anyway, just pointing that out.
That was cool. I just learned something important. I didn't know Baha'i was claimed to be that way, all the religions.
Yeah.
They're not really acting that way, though.
I don't know. You have to look into it more. I don't know.
There's a lot of horrible stuff happening in that religion.
In Baha'i?
Yeah.
Really?
I think just because of the basic nature of when you claim God, you're also claiming infallibility, and that means you're acting like a dictator.
Oh, I don't know. It could be. I only heard. I only learned about it through that guy. The guy who played Dwight there. So, and he's come back to the religion. He was born into the religion, and he's come back to it. He considered himself an atheist for a while, but he came back to it. And so he just wrote a book about it. That's why he was on the podcast. So, anyway, just putting that out there.
By the way, I sent a link in the private chat to a video of the chat roulette in the show South Park.
Okay.
Click on that, guys.
Tab
Watch it.
open waiting for me.
You have it open already? Brian,
I have
open
a tab
that.
open waiting for me.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, all right. I'll check it out. But I know what it is. Yeah.
But you got.
Do we have anything new?
And the call ends, you won't have it.
Oh,
Do we
yeah.
have anything new we need to
I'll
talk
copy
about?
I don't have any more.
I don't either.
You guys want to stop?
Ryan, do you have anything else?
No, I think we're done for today.
All right, then.
All right.
Let's go ahead and
All right.
stop.
All right.
See
I
you
copied
guys
the
all
link.
next week.
I copied the link, so I'll have a look at that. Okay. See you guys.
All right.
I'll
I'm
see
gonna
you
it again right now, too.
I'll see you tomorrow, Rami.
Yeah.
All right.
Later.
Thanks,
Bye.
guys. Bye.